Hey everyone, so I didn't do a puzzle yesterday. It was a pretty busy day, but it's Tuesday night right now. I've got some baked oatmeal, some baked blueberry oatmeal in my oven. So that's for about an hour. I'll arrange these. And so I thought I totally have time to do a puzzle. And today I'm doing my first not rainbow one. And maybe I'll just save what the picture is until the end. I find oops, I didn't mean that one. The non-rainbow ones are a little bit trickier. I mean, not super tricky because it is still just a puzzle that pieces, they don't rotate, so it can't be that difficult. Yeah, but there's more sky and things like that. It's a bit trickier. Yeah, so I didn't end up doing a puzzle yesterday because I was catching up on tons of work. I had a lot of paperwork I needed to do, and so I was busy doing that. And my partner is home, and I just heard him make some noise. And hopefully you're not picking it up. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. He's lovely, and he has a right to live in his house. So there it is. Grass is always a bit confusing. So it turns out lots of people are now using Jigsaw Planet because of this, especially like all my people on Tumblr, which is where I think most people who are watching this are from. So hey, everyone from Tumblr. So I think Jim's watching some of the videos. Bridget is watching them. I think Brent is watching some of them. Those are the ones that I can think of by name. Other than that, it would be people's usernames. And I don't want to necessarily start getting connected that way. And people may not want me to mention them. Whereas people's first names, there's a lot of people named some of those names. So hopefully that's not like a faux pas. If I've done an online jigsaw puzzle faux pas by mentioning some people. So we're getting some sky going here. It always is so weird because this is obviously a photograph. And then you get to actually really see like, oh yeah, of course, naturally some of the photo is out of focus because that's the nature of photographs. But I think when I look at them, I never really think about that because I'm just fully understanding the composition. I'm not thinking about what's in focus, what's not, but doing puzzles of them always reminds me. Cool story. So the baked blueberry I'm making right now is like my favorite breakfast and snack food because I don't eat sugar. I don't really get any kind of like sweet treats at all anymore, but because my palate has changed so much, like this recipe has literally no sugar in it except for the natural sugar that may be in the blueberries, but it doesn't even, like, the recipe calls for maple syrup, but I don't put it in. And so it's like this, it feels like I'm eating cake at this point, which it decidedly is not cake. but I really like it, and because it's got quite a lot of eggs in them. Like the main ingredients are oats, coconut milk. You can put some shredded coconut. I put like coconut strips in, and I put some walnuts, eggs. Those are like the main ingredients. So it's actually like, it's a pretty good breakfast, because sometimes I find just eating oatmeal, I'm like, oh, I'm still hungry, or I get hungry in like an hour kind of thing. Oh, we may be seeing what this is, having done enough of have a bit of a face there. But yeah, I love it as a breakfast because I actually find it filling and tasty and not cereal. I'm one of those people who spent most of their 20s living on cereal, and wow, am I tired of that, because I'm almost 40, and yeah, sometimes I still end up, not gonna lie, eating cereal for dinner. Especially if I'm eating by myself, and it's like, oh, what's the point of cooking for one? Which is totally incorrect, but sometimes that's just the way it feels. Let's do another arrange here. Yeah, that helps. Oh, is this over here? Nope. No, it is not. It feels kind of strange for me not to do a puzzle that is a rainbow, but this one is pretty cute, so that feels okay. I never really understood doing the puzzles that are kind of like just sort of random objects, like, oh look, it's a bridge. That reminds me of The Simpsons. Oh look, it's a donkey. Yeah, like just of some like piece of architecture with like really middling, uninteresting light. Though I do like castle ones, and I do a lot of seasonal ones. Like I really love doing Halloween ones in the season of Halloween, which should be all the time, but alas is not. Halloween kid forever. And I do also do some Christmas ones, because they tend to be quite bright and lots of different colors. And maybe I'll do some Easter ones, which will be coming up very, very soon. I know that because the stores are filthy with Easter candy. And some of that Easter candy, at least where I'm from, they sell it all year round now. Like the mini eggs, the Cadbury mini eggs are sold all year now, which, I mean, they're tasty as hell, so I get that people would want to buy those. I haven't had any few years, but yeah, it's just sort of strange. You're like, that's I thought that was meant to be an Easter thing. But people are like, I want my treat now. It's July. I like my cream eggs, or my mini eggs. I remember being little and just losing my shit when it was cream egg season. Just like, oh my god, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me, kind of way. And not to sound like a million years old, but I think they used to be quite a bit bigger than they are now. But I think that's the way with most confectionaries at this point. I feel like I'm on a grass mission here. Dang it. Hey, there we go. Hey, there we go. Where you go? Where do you go? There you go. But no, we haven't finished your head yet. We got your little Your little ears. Your sweet little ears. You can probably see mostly what this little guy is at this point. There's a little bit more of an ear, a little bit more of a face, so I think you're right here. See if we can get a little bit more of. Oh, does that not go there? No. There we go. We can just connect this way. So we can see mostly that this is a little baby goat, and this little baby goat is wearing a sweater, and that's a little bit too sweet. A little bit too sweet. There we go. I do quite a bit of knitting. Well, I say that like I do a ton. I have knit a lot. I haven't been doing a lot in the last year or so. I do have some projects on the go, but I would be so thrilled to do knitting for a baby goat. Like, I'm gonna make a little sweater, and then a little baby goat is gonna wear it, and it's gonna be the sweetest thing ever, and I can't handle it. I'd probably just explode. That one's out of focus. Okay, let's focus on the in focus ones. No, that doesn't go there. I am not in my wheelhouse right now. My easy wheelhouse of rainbows. This is where I would often, I don't know if you know this feature, you can just pull this up and he'll show the picture. That's where I would often do this kind of thing now, because I didn't realize there's a little one in the background, right around here somewhere. There he is. Done. And that one's done. I do not know where this piece goes. Oh, there's lots of white over here. Okay. You go there. You do not go there. Okay, maybe we can do some more of this grass. Oh, that's where, okay. It all comes together. In German, there's a saying, and I might have already mentioned it, alles in Ordnung, and it means everything in order. And I often think of that when I do puzzles, that there's just something so soothing about putting it all in order, especially when it's a baby goat. Where is this? Oh, it's right there. There we go. That's the last bit of the sweater. I almost want to focus a bit more on shapes now. And maybe finishing off oh, that doesn't actually attach there. That's why that's confusing. Oh, sorry everyone. That throws one off a little bit. Guess it's out there. Okay, now I was wondering where all these went. Great. I just thought about it again. Alles in Ordnung. Where's this little part of you guys? Where are you? There you are. noticing that I am playing quite quickly, like not as slowly and methodically as I did in the last one, but it's still taking me longer because the rainbows are just so easy. Team Rainbow Puzzles Forever. And also, if you like, so the website is called jigsawplanet.com. You can see it up there. You can have an account on them, and so I do, and it's called Puzzling It Out is my username, and you can find me on there, and you can, like, it's the nerdiest thing ever, like, you could friend me on there, that's totally fine, but you can also see my, like, saved games and what I've played, and then you can see them if you want to play the same ones as I have. See if you can beat my time. I guarantee you can beat my time. I think someone was joking about wanting to, Kate wanting to, like, check out and watch some competitive puzzling, and I just really don't think that exists, but could you imagine? Like, oh, she's gotten all those pieces. Oh, she's got all her corners, and they're off. I mean, watching sports on TV is bad enough. I can't imagine watching competitive jigsaw puzzle. One last piece. And we're done. Look how sweet they are. Hi, sweet baby.